In a world filled with temptations, distractions, and societal pressures, it's easy to lose sight of what truly matters. We often find ourselves caught up in the whirlwind of desires, chasing after fleeting pleasures or succumbing to the expectations of others. However, the ancient philosophy of Stoicism offers the wisdom that can guide us through all that. If it is not right, do not do it. This simple yet profound statement cuts through the noise and reminds us of the principles that should govern our actions. Living by this motto, and understanding all the Stoic philosophies that go with it, in this video we can seamlessly grow a life of integrity, peace, and true fulfillment. 1. Stay true to your values. Values are the core beliefs that guide our lives. They help us make choices that feel right, even when the world pressures us otherwise. Staying true to your values isn't always easy, but it's essential for living with integrity. If something goes against what you truly believe in, don't do it, no matter how tempting or convenient it may seem. When you compromise your values, it chips away at your self-respect. You start doubting yourself and feeling like you've betrayed your own ideals. But when you act according to your values, you build self-confidence and inner strength. You can look yourself in the mirror with pride, knowing you did the honorable thing. Staying rooted in your values also creates consistency in your life. Your actions align with your words, so there's no dissonance or regret. You move forward with clarity and purpose, making decisions that feel authentic to who you are as a person. This powerful sense of integrity attracts positive experiences and relationships into your world. 2. Stand up to peer pressure. From the school playground to the office water cooler, peer pressure is all around us. Society celebrates following the crowd and fitting in, but giving in to these pressures often means acting against your better judgment or personal ethics. If an action doesn't feel right to you, summon the courage to say no, even if you're the only one. It's easy to go along with the group just to avoid criticism or mockery, but deep down, you'll respect yourself more for staying true to your convictions. Ask yourself, would you want to befriend or impress someone who folds so easily under social pressure? Probably not. Have more respect for your own principles. When you stand firm in the face of peer pressure, you become a leader and inspiration to others. They'll admire your backbone and independence of mind. You'll naturally attract quality people who value authenticity over conformity. Making the unpopular but ethical choice, even when it's hard, builds unshakable confidence. 3. Handling ethical dilemmas. Life rarely provides obvious right and wrong paths. There's usually some gray area and inner conflict. That's what makes facing ethical dilemmas so challenging. If the right choice was clear-cut, everyone would take it. But principles like honesty, compassion, and fairness sometimes contradict each other, creating difficult decisions. When facing these dilemmas, don't automatically choose the easier option that keeps you comfortable. Carefully examine your motivations and long-term conscience. If an action violates your core beliefs around harm, deceit, or injustice, don't do it, no matter how appealing the short-term benefits may seem. It's okay to pause, reflect, and gather more information before deciding. But don't endlessly delay or rationalize unethical behavior. Listen to that guiding inner voice. While ethical choices are rarely easy, you'll sleep better at night respecting your principles. 4. Maintenance of the peace of mind. Have you ever told a little white lie, then found yourself anxiously covering your tracks with more lies? Or made a shady business deal that ate away at you with guilt? When we betray our values, it creates deep inner turmoil and personal anguish that never fully goes away. But when we live by the rule, if it's not right, don't do it, we experience profound peace. There's no need for guilt, deception, or self-justification. Our words and actions flow purely from a place of integrity within. This incredible freedom and lightness allows us to live presently with open-hearted contentment. Making ethical choices insulates you from corrosive negativity like shame, fear, and remorse. Instead, you cultivate inner tranquility and self-respect that no external accomplishment can provide. Even amidst life's storms, you'll have an unshakable calm, knowing you stayed true to yourself. This invaluable peace of mind is worth its weight in gold. 5. Building trust and meaningful relationships. Relationships require honesty, trust, and mutual respect to thrive. But how can you build a meaningful bond with others while simultaneously violating your personal values? Sooner or later, the dissonance between your outer actions and inner ethics will undermine the relationship. When you live with integrity by the principle, if it's not right, don't do it, you attract authentic relationships with like-minded people. There's no need for pretense, impression management, or hidden agendas. You can be your real self, strengths and flaws, building true intimacy. Loved ones will know they can count on you because your behavior aligns with solid ethics. There's a foundation of steadiness. Over time, these genuine connections bring far more joy and enrichment than superficial affiliations based on falsehoods. Live honorably, and you'll create a loyal core circle you can trust. 6. Unlocking your full potential. When you compromise your values and ethics, you chip away at your sense of self-worth and potential. It's hard to strive for your biggest dreams when you're bogged down by guilt or regret over past transgressions. But living by the creed, if it's not right, don't do it, sets you free to flourish into your best self. Think of the personal growth that comes from consistently making honorable choices aligned with your deepest beliefs. You build unshakable self-trust, knowing you can rely on your judgment and integrity in any situation. This emboldens you to take calculated risks to reach ambitious goals, uninhibited by limiting beliefs or self-doubt. With a strong ethical core, you naturally gravitate towards uplifting people, environments, and pursuits that spur your evolution. Your authentic actions attract luck, opportunities, and soul-nourishing experiences into your sphere. By staying true to your highest principles, your talents have space to fully blossom into something extraordinary. 7. Taking true responsibility. Our world loves passing the buck and shirking accountability. But lasting success in career, relationships, and life demands radical personal responsibility. When you live by, if it's not right, don't do it, you take full ownership over your choices and their consequences, no shying away. This mindset shakes off victimhood, blame, and making excuses. You look squarely at your role, own your mistakes, and course correct with integrity. This ignites a powerful internal locus of control, where you intentionally create your reality through ethical actions, rather than waiting for circumstance to deliver happiness. Taking responsibility births resilience too. You have the humility and courage to learn from failures or missed marks, treating them as opportunities for growth. There's no need to be crippled by guilt or shame. Just orient yourself back towards your values with clear intentions. This ability to rebound stronger than before unlocks your full potential. 8. Facing adversity with fortitude. Even those dedicated to, if it's not right, don't do it, will encounter difficulty, loss, and suffering. It's inevitable. But this philosophy is your bedrock for facing adversity with grit, purpose, and an unwavering moral compass to light the way. When you live with integrity, challenges cannot break your spirit or derail you from your principles. You have a potent well of strength that allows you to endure temporary pains with perspective, patience, and perseverance. There's no need for ethical shortcuts or coping mechanisms that violate your personal code. Hard times become catalysts for cultivating wisdom, not sources of bitterness or moral injury. You emerge from dark periods tattered yet unbroken, with valuable lessons and an even deeper commitment to doing the right thing moving forward. This ability to alchemize adversity into growth ensures you'll keep elevating no matter what life brings. 9. True self-acceptance and authenticity. In today's world of heavy filters, shiny veneers, and relentless societal pressures, it's all too easy to lose touch with your innate self, your idiosyncrasies, your imperfections, your singular essence. But rejecting the principle of, if it's not right, don't do it, in pursuit of shallow acceptance, sets you up for emptiness and disconnection. This philosophy doesn't mean striving for some lofty, flawless ideal of personal perfection. Quite the opposite. It's about being ruthlessly real with yourself and others, quirks and all. When you refuse to act against your nature or betray your truths just to fit in, you start embodying radical self-acceptance. Self-acceptance means being compassionately honest about your strengths, insecurities, aspirations, and growing edges, then fully owning all parts of yourself. This grounds you in unshakable authenticity, where you can be utterly real and vulnerable, yet still treat yourself with kindness. Your life becomes a courageous, ever-evolving expression of your singular soul. 10. Healthy self-esteem. So much negativity and personal anguish stems from looking outwards for self-worth, chasing empty status symbols, people-pleasing, or bending our ethics for external validation. But strictly adhering to, "If it's not right, don't do it," anchors you to an indestructible wellspring of genuine self-esteem that can never be diminished. When your actions consistently align with your deepest values and principles, you cultivate profound self-respect. No matter what difficulties or criticisms you encounter, you can stand firmly rooted in the integrity of your choices. You don't need anyone's approval because you know you've stayed true to your moral code. This unshakable sense of self-worth emits a grounded, charismatic confidence that uplifts everyone around you. You stop seeking hollow ego boosts from achievements or adulation because your ethical core radiates completeness. People are naturally drawn to the magnetic sense of wholeness you embody just by walking your talk. 11. Leadership and influence. In a landscape increasingly cynical about ethics and values, choosing to live by "if it's not right, don't do it" makes you a pioneering moral leader, whether or not you hold an official mantle. Those around you can't help but notice and be impacted by your integrity. Your commitment to steadfast values and refusing to cut ethical corners provides an inspiring counterpoint to corruption and expedience. You effortlessly earn respect even from those who disagree with your stances, because you hold true to your principles with honor and courage. Beyond just the personal example you set, choosing right over easy ushers positivity into every situation you encounter. You naturally elevate those around you and call forth their best selves through the sheer power of your actions. In this way, you become a gentle yet profound force for positive change in your communities and spheres of influence. 12. Creating a better world. At its core, living by "if it's not right, don't do it" is an act of love. Love for yourself, love for those around you, even love for humanity and our shared planet. Because when you stay unwaveringly committed to ethical actions, you become part of the solution, not the problem. One person prioritizing right over expedience or ego might seem inconsequential. But consider the ripple effect of millions making that same daily choice. Upright actions cascade into upright communities, institutions, and societies. Collectively, we'd co-create a tidal wave of integrity that could reshape our world. No longer would we tolerate injustice, oppression, or the violation of human rights and ecological principles. We'd put our foot down against all forms of harm, bigotry, or greed. Our unified commitment to ethics over self-interest could birth a new, evolved era of peace and regeneration for all life. It sounds lofty, but it begins with your single daily choice to, "if it's not right, don't do it." 13. Preserving your dignity. In a world that can sometimes feel crass, cutthroat, and demeaning, living by the principle of "if it's not right, don't do it" allows you to walk through life with your head held high, your soul intact. It's a mindset that preserves and even elevates your sense of dignity, self-respect, and personal nobility, no matter how undignified the circumstances around you may become. When you refuse to compromise your ethics for any reason, you send a clear signal to yourself and the world that you are not for sale at any price. You cannot be bought, coerced, or manipulated into betraying the inviolable code you hold sacred. This unwavering stance births an aura of dignity that demands respect and admiration, even from those who may seek to undermine you. Moreover, honoring yourself by only taking actions you can be truly proud of creates a profound sense of self-worth that is imperishable. Material and social status symbols will inevitably fade, but the dignity gained from ethical conduct lasts forever. You move through the chapters of your life with grace, assuredness, and the quiet confidence of someone who has sacrificed hollow pleasures and shortcuts to remain a person of unblemished character and integrity. 14. Safeguarding your energetic boundaries. We live in a world that constantly bombards us with toxic negativity, drama, and lower vibrational forces that can slowly corrode our spirit if we allow them inside our sphere. Rigorously upholding the principle of, if it's not right, don't do it, helps you establish firm energetic boundaries to protect your precious life force and consciousness. Every unethical action, no matter how seemingly minor, creates an energetic disturbance or discordant vibration within your being. These disruptive frequencies act like toxic psychic smog, clouding your clarity, motivation, and zest for life over time. But when you remain uncompromising in only taking virtuous actions harmonized with your inner truth, you're able to maintain pristine energetic hygiene and vitality. Additionally, upholding impeccable ethics prevents you from entangling your energy with behaviors, substances, environments, or people misaligned with your highest good. You don't inadvertently enmesh your consciousness with dense, unhealthy dynamics through ethical lapses. This fortifies your energetic boundaries, allowing your spirit to radiate with maximum presence and luminosity. 15. Spiritual fulfillment and transcendence. At its deepest core, the drive to live by, if it's not right, don't do it, isn't just a pragmatic philosophy. It's a spiritual calling that allows you to participate in something greater than your individual self. It's an invitation to move beyond your limited ego and experience the profound sense of meaning, connection, and even ecstasy that comes from aligning with the sacred laws of truth, beauty, and harmony. When your actions become an unwavering devotion to doing what is righteous, ethical, and utterly incorruptible, you begin to vibrate at a higher frequency. You start shedding the delusions of materialism and tapping into the unshakable peace and ineffable bliss that mystics and masters have spoken of across cultures and ages. Even in the midst of worldly storms, you can access the still point of presence, where all is known to be perfect, whole, and exactly as it should be. Living this level of intentional alignment opens you to transcendent states of illumination, or unconditional love and at oneness with all of existence. Your noble actions become consecrated rituals that have the power to lift your spirit beyond the limits of the mortal realm into the dance of the eternal. In essence, uncompromising ethics aren't an arid set of rules, but a spiritual transmission encoded with the very purpose of our human incarnation, to eternally birth more light. If you have made it this far, comment down below with the word 100% to confirm that you have received the knowledge from this video. For more interesting topics, make sure you watch the recommended video that you see on the screen right now. Thanks for watching.